The day is going to come when Israel will hit Iran. They already have hit. There were mystery explosions that happened. And the Lord told me about this. He said, Israel will one day send in rockets into Iran.
So we're not only looking at instability, we're looking at a possibly nuclear armed Iran with a lot of money. This is why, and you're not going to read this very often anywhere, but check the Israeli papers. This is why Israel is practicing bombing runs on Iran, because they know that they're going to have a nuke and they have to take it out. So now you have Iran and Russia and China partnered, and you have Israel going and attacking with what is said to be a massive attack that is coming, and they're not hiding it. They're telling, if this deal goes through and we are left alone, we are going in. So now you have a major attack on Iran. Do you think that might cause a war in the Middle East?
Verse 25, know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem, unto the Messiah, the Prince, shall be 7 weeks, 62 weeks, the street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublous times. I'm reading the verse, and God spoke, and he said differentiate. He said one word, differentiate. So I ask you this question because I want you to get it. I want you to rationalize this out, folks. Why did God say it will be 7 weeks and 62 weeks? Why? But God said differentiate. And I knew instantaneously how to add it and what he meant. Folks, these are different kinds of weeks. We have ourselves weeks of years, weeks of days. That's why he could not put them together, because they're different types of weeks. Do you hear what I said? Are you getting this, folks? Different types of weeks, weeks of years, weeks of days, folks. And when you add them all up, you got yourself a Jubilee cycle plus 75 days into the week. Listen, here's how you do it. 7 weeks, 7 times 7. A week is 7, so 7 weeks. 7 times 7, 49. You got yourself 62 weeks, regular weeks. Just regular weeks, folks. Weeks of days. A year and 2.5 months. You put that with the 49, you got yourself a Jubilee, a 50-year cycle, plus 75 days into the next cycle. This is why God could not say 69, because they're different types. And we've been incapable of seeing what's been right in front of us, because the book has been sealed until now. Here's what's going to happen, folks. I want you to understand the 69 weeks, which is going to take you to the 70th. At the ending of the 69 weeks, this 50-year cycle plus 75 days into the next cycle, or the 70th week, is going to take you to the destruction of Jerusalem. I'll tell you right now, if the timeline I gave you right now, you now see an apparent contradiction to what we've been told the 27th verse means, a blatant, in-your-face contradiction. It's either a Jubilee cycle that's going to take you to the 70th week, and if that's the case, it takes you to the destruction of Jerusalem. And if that's the case, then our belief behind 927 has been wrong. And who would have thunk? Blessed and he that waits and comes to the 1335th day. Right, I'm going to show you down below a portion of my book, these two timelines I saw together. If you go 1335 days, it's a day that you're blessed. What would that day be that you're blessed? Do you know 1260 days she's out there, the woman also? And that's what's going to be the deliverance of her? Are you hearing me, folks? What is going to be the deliverance of Israel out there? It's going to be Jesus. So this 1335 days takes you the same day the 1260 days takes you to. But the 75-day interval after this 1335-day countdown begins, 75 days later brings you the 1260-day mark, and you got yourself the destruction of Jerusalem. Folks, I couldn't have put that. That's what I saw in the Spirit. And then when God spoke to me here and said, differentiate, and I saw the 69 weeks is a 50-year cycle plus 75 days in the next, again, still taking you to the destruction of Jerusalem. I couldn't have done that. When Israel's attacked, and she is going to be attacked, I want you to understand it's going to be in the name of Allah, religion, Islam. What I want to show you is the white horse, folks. There are those who say the white horse is the Antichrist, that it's a guy, it's a man. Of course, the funny thing about that is when you consider none of the other horses are a man per se. They are all occurrences, they're happenings. Yet, supposedly, this particular first horse is a guy, but none of the other ones are. That sounds kind of crazy, folks. The other thought behind it that you'll hear people say is that the white horse is an antichrist spirit. And again, none of the other horses are spirits per se. So why would we have a white horse being a man or a spirit when none of the other horses are a man or a spirit? None of that makes any sense, folks. Allow me to present to you for the first time the true identity. I give you the white horse. It's not a man. It's not an antichrist. It's not a spirit. An antichrist spirit, though there is a spirit behind this horse. This horse is Islamic. And she, and all that is behind it, is going to attack Israel. And Israel is going to be betrayed. And then we are going to have our first trumpet, wherein Russia is going to attack, and peace is going to be taken from the earth.